Good morning. Welcome to CATEX TV. Today is Tuesday, July 29, 2014. My name is Matt Bernat, filling in for Frank Fortunato, who is in London this week. As always, you can also follow more news updates on our Twitter account at CATEX TV. Taiwan's agriculture sector has suffered a 594.9 million Taiwanese dollar loss as of Monday from the battering the island took from Typhoon Matmo on July 22nd. Citing statistics compiled by local governments in eastern Taiwan, the region that was hardest hit by the storm is now exceeding 360 million Taiwan dollars. Matmo, the first typhoon to hit Taiwan directly this year, also caused losses in Yilan and Taitung counties, respectively, at nearly 100 million Taiwanese dollars. Banana growers reported 129.19 Taiwanese dollars in losses as of Monday afternoon, the most for any individual crop. Other agricultural produce affected by the typhoon include pomelos, watermelons, sugar apples, papayas, pineapples, guavas, pears, taros, and chives. Meanwhile, livestock losses amounted to about 2 million Taiwanese dollars, and losses in the forestry sector stood at 28 million Taiwanese dollars. Libya warned Monday of the risk of a humanitarian environmental disaster after a second fuel tank caught fire amid heavy fighting at Tripoli airport between rival militias. Nearly 100 people have been killed during 2 weeks of clashes over control of the airport. The fighting led to the evacuation of the U.S. Embassy in Tripoli on Saturday, and the German Foreign Ministry said Monday it had evacuated its embassy as well. A missile late Saturday ignited a storage tank containing petroleum fuel at a complex near the airport. The igniting of a second tank has increased the risk of an explosion at the site, which contains 90 million liters, almost 24 million gallons, of fuel and cooking gas. After requesting international assistance, Libya's interim government said early Tuesday that the Italian government and oil company Eni were sending 7 specialized aircraft to help fight the blaze of these burning tanks. Validus CEO CEO Noonan has estimated that insured losses from the April earthquake off the coast of Chile could reach $450 million US. In addition, the loss will be felt earlier in the reinsurance market than is usual for a cat loss of this size due to extensive cover in the local areas, according to Validus CFO Jeff Sangster. Speaking on the company's second quarter earnings call, Sangster noted that the loss wouldn't trigger cat claims under cat treaties for big international insurers active in the region, such as Allianz or Zurich. Instead, the loss would likely impact reinsurers through local Chilean companies and Latin American companies, which tend to buy very low attaching catastrophe covers or pro rata reinsurance. The earthquake struck 95 kilometers off Chile's northern coast on April 1, with a magnitude of 8.2, triggering a tsunami that hit the mining port of Iquique and causing a number of aftershocks. The loss figure is surprising, given that the quake did not affect the capital of Santiago, and there were no significant reports of damage to other coastal areas. In response to the occurrence of increasingly intense and frequent natural disasters throughout the Philippines, ratings agency AM Best has reported that the nation is considering an insurance pool similar to Turkey's fund, the TCIP. The Turkish Catastrophe Insurance Pool acts as a mandatory earthquake protection scheme for residents within municipal boundaries. The report from AM Best suggests that the Philippines are deciding on something very similar and are seeking the guidance of the World Bank, who helped set up the TCIP. The National Reinsurance Corporation of the Philippines president and CEO, Augusto Hidalgo, commented that the agreement is among the trade association members is that we would propose a catastrophe pool along the lines of the Turkish Catastrophe Insurance Pool, and that if it is mandatory, they will need legislation in order to pass it. The Philippines is an extremely vulnerable region to natural disasters, highlighted in November of last year when Super Typhoon Haiyan ripped through towns and villages, causing total losses of about $10 billion. A storm system that wreaked havoc across the eastern half of the United States spawned a tornado just north of Boston on Monday, causing extensive damage in Revere, Massachusetts. Roofs were ripped off buildings and dozens of large trees were uprooted. Officials in Revere said there were no immediate reports of serious injuries, but several people did suffer minor injuries. The tornado, spawned by a powerful storm that moved through the Boston area, caused severe damage through the central corridor of the city. About 65 buildings were substantially damaged, and 13 of them are now considered to be uninhabitable. The National Weather The National Weather Service office in Massachusetts said it was the first tornado in Revere since the city began keeping records in 1950. That's the news for today. If we have any important breaking news, we will come back on and tell you. If you'd like to stay tuned to any of our other updates, feel free again to follow the CATEX Twitter account at CATEX TV. That's the news for today. We will see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.